Jasmine talk every day about business, AI, automations. How can we make our businesses better? How can we save more money? All those things. And I was like, let's do it. Well, we've really been trying to do this since Thanksgiving.
Yeah. We were talking one day and was like, hey, do you want to get on live and Thanksgiving night, just do a live with AI and automations? And we both then started thinking we're both crazy. So instead of us doing that, let's go ahead and retreat back and think of something more formal. So hopefully today you guys get a bunch of what that conversation looks like, because I think that us not people, I was speaking at a thing earlier, and the woman was saying that she lost her job and she lost it due to AI, right? So she lost it due to the employer basically implementing AI and automations into their business and really being able to replace her. And so as business owners and entrepreneurs and things like that, we need to be able to embrace this so that we're, one, being able to enhance the experience with AI, but two, being able to help, not employ people that we don't need to employ, right? And then, there's still room. There's going to be room for those people in our lives, so that we're not laying people off. So it's really, really important. I think that a lot of us are afraid of AI. So I'm going to take a little survey of you all to see where you all are with AI, but we're going to get uncomfortable today and then get comfortable again. Make sense?
Yeah.
So
do you want to do the survey? Tell us about, let's do something real fun, real quick.
Okay.
Introduce your name and tell us if ChatGPT is your man or not.
My name is Kelly Hussein, and ChatGPT, we go real bad.
Okay.
I'm a social media manager. We
nice.
go real, real bad. I
Okay.
even use it in my personal life. Hey, ChatGPT, these are the activities I want to do. Can you create me an itinerary?
Nice.
Yes.
It's been a game changer for me.
Okay. Okay.
My name is Stephanie Chrysler, and ChatGPT is my best friend.
Okay. Okay. What do you use it for? Because I know you have a large social media presence. Are you using it for that, or are you using it just in your personal stuff?
I use it for absolutely everything.
Okay.
I really do. I use it. I definitely use it for captions. I definitely use it for posts. I also use it for my branding, in my clients.
Yeah.
It creates everything for me. I mean, if I'm just giving people advice on anything,
right. I know somebody said, "Can you send me a prayer the other day?" And I went right to ChatGPT. I knew the scripture, but I was like, "All right, let me just get this done."
I use Pinterest, the prompts. I be acting as my girlfriend.
Oh, cute. Okay.
A sister, a black sister. I tell it to do whatever I need it to do and show up how I need it to
show up. Okay, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. What about you?
I don't have a paid version yet, though.
No, it's cool. So
So that's. But I feel like the free version is still good too.
It is, but we going.
That's what I'm gonna see.
We gonna see. I'm gonna show you guys some things in the paid that you're gonna be like, okay.
We're gonna compare. Basically.
We're gonna compare, and of course.
Who was the first person to put me on ChatGPT?
I was. Sitting in her chair, so. But
my name is Helena, and ChatGPT, that's my dog. Just about everything on ChatGPT, whether it's personal or for my business.
Okay.
I use it just about every single day for something.
Okay, for
Even
something.
my friends might send me stuff here, get on ChatGPT and look for this. I even sent it to a lot of my friends, told them to use it. And
Okay.
everybody uses it all the time.
Yeah, it's definitely a companion. What about you?
Hi guys, my name is Onisha. ChatGPT, look, I can't even get his name. We flirting, we in the heavy petting stage.
Okay, y'all not sleeping together yet. Right.
Definitely flirting. There's space and possibility for
Okay.
it.
So you're gonna not friend zone and go in relationship. I love that. I just want to make sure the intern is not stuck. Okay, she's good. Okay, so ChatGPT, there is chat. Okay, so let's talk about definitions, right? So AI, artificial intelligence, is what we're all using. We've actually all been using AI for a really long time. ChatGPT made it open. So OpenAI is the company that created ChatGPT, which is like a chat version of us being able to talk to it like a girlfriend, like just giving it some simple commands to be able to do what we needed to do. The upgrade is really being able to train your GPT or your language-based model into what you want it to be, right? So how we do that, right? There's a lot of different ways to do that, but the first way, the easiest way that I've done it is I do a lot of trainings. I do a lot of lives on Instagram and social media, YouTube videos, coaching sessions and things like that. How I get the language is that I go ahead and I transcribe those conversations. So if I'm doing a marketing campaign, instead of me trying to say, and Stephanie, just so you know, I'm gonna reference her probably a lot because we talked about it a lot, but Stephanie, we came together because she was doing my hair, right? She's a loctician, but I needed help with branding because I felt like my messaging wasn't hitting home. So I hired her as my coach to be able, because she's the master at branding and making things aesthetically like just feel like what they need to do. And so I needed to know like what needed to happen in my language, right? The emails, right? And the conversations and things like that. So what I use ChatGPT is I go ahead and conversations, coaching sessions and things like that, I download all of those transcripts and then I upload them to ChatGPT to get my messaging right on point. So people are reading our posts, reading emails, and consuming the content based on what they've already given me as far as input. And so I'm gonna show you guys how to create your own GPT today so that you all don't have to go back in and retrain it, right? Because the more that you get into into the GPT and you get into it, you're gonna find that you're gonna have to keep retraining, right? Anybody ever feel like, all right, we starting from a blank slate, and then it's like, okay, I gotta retrain it and show it how to feel and all the things. So we're gonna go through a little bit of like how to go ahead and get that so that we can just go to our go-to of our GPT, but also be able to enhance it and use it in different ways that we may not be thinking of, right? So you guys, you all didn't get a chance to introduce yourself. Can you introduce yourself?
Yes. Hi, ladies. Sorry, a little late. My name is Ashley. I'm the owner and founder of Affinity Co. Jewelry Boutique.
Okay.
We offer quality jewelry for women just to help elevate your confidence. And
Sure.
Awesome.
Awesome. Are you dating ChatGPT or y'all sleeping together?
We're sleeping together.
Okay.
Not exclusively.
Not exclusively. Okay. There's other things that's coming in play. I understand. What about you, sis?
I'm Tayano, also known as Mama Biz Strategist. So I help mompreneurs getting started with business or interested in starting business, kind of help them with their business strategy to get comfortable with implementing the automation, the emailing, and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
So ChatGPT and I guess, are dating.
Dating?
So we ain't full-fledged yet.
Okay. It's good. Okay. So everybody's kind of in the same boat. Like, we're comfortable, we can open it up, get it, but let's go deeper, especially in our businesses. And we didn't catch your business. I know her business, but I know yours now. You are an implementer and you coach women on, okay, what is your
Social media manager.
Social media manager, and
I'm a brow stylist.
okay, cool. And
Entrepreneur.
okay, all right, cool. So we all are in this space, and I'm assuming all of us are in this social media world where the algorithms don't love us, and it's like all of the things. So we have to make sure that our messaging hits home, and using ChatGPT is the way to do it, right? So some of the things, as you're setting up your business, and Alyssia asked me to speak about SOPs, right? So how many people have SOPs, like standard operating procedures, in their business?
How many people want to hire?
What's that?
How
hire. Yeah. So when you think about a business and you think about moving beyond entrepreneur, it's you need to be able to have people in your business that are working and your business is actually making money even when you're not able to, right? So like for instance, for me today I had 3 speaking engagements. This is the last one. I can't wait to go to bed, right? But at the same time, I was able to have a showing agent. I'm a realtor. I didn't even introduce myself. I just went right into it. So I'm a realtor. I've been a realtor for over 13 years. I started right before the pandemic. I started a coaching business for women who want to invest in real estate. In doing that, it became like this whole financial literacy education company that has grown into something that I didn't even know that it was going to grow into. So now it becomes that I need to be present in these types of settings in order for my business to grow. But I can't do that if my client, my home buyer, wants to buy her first house and wants to go look at properties on Saturday afternoon, right? So I was able to leverage a showing agent, another realtor, to be able to do those showings and have a VA. We'll talk about that a little bit. I have a virtual assistant team that basically operates and makes money in my business while I'm here, right, or anywhere, right? And so all of those SOPs or those standard operating procedures are created or were created with AI, right? So a lot of the initial stuff was created with like screen records. When you're thinking about everything that you do in your business, especially with your starting out, you want to record your screen when you're doing it. And what that means is anything that you're doing, if you're sending an email, if you are responding to a customer, complaint, we all get the complaints, we know that, right? If you're any of those things, automations can be put into place if we go ahead and document it. So documentation in business, just like as a social media manager, it's easier for you to work with a client that documents what's happening in their life, right? Because now you're not pulling for them for content, they are the content, right? And so documentation is where the ease comes in, right? So I use a software or a site called Loom. Anybody familiar with Loom? So Loom is basically, it records your screen. So everything that I'm doing from, like I said, sending an email, for us, we're setting up, buyer contracts, all of those things. I'm recording my screen so that I don't have to read, that basically turns into the training manual of whoever is taking that task on. And that allows it to be a lot easier. Where ChatGPT comes in it is I will download that transcript and let ChatGPT go ahead and do a step-by-step on everything that I've talked about. So some people learn by watching, some people learn by reading, right? And so now we have this extensive SOP library that is together, so every time they need to do something, whether it's setting up an invoice or whatever, they're able to go into this library, click a button, and now a video and and the step-by-step instructions are there for it to get done, right? Because we know that the things that we do, how many tasks in your business do you do every single day, like no matter what? It's something repetitive, like setting up, like I said, for me, it's like setting up, new client portals and things like that. Like if I'm gonna have a virtual assistant be able to get that done, I don't wanna have to keep explaining the same thing over and over again. There's no reason for it. So if you have a SOP, so someone like Steph who's going on maternity leave, she is able to say now, hey, this is the way that I've been doing it for 5 years. All y'all gotta do is just do this, right? And that becomes the training, and let ChatGPT go ahead and dictate it to the person so they have a full understanding of how to get it done and put it into those micro steps so that it's not so like clouded and you're like, oh my goodness, like the person is like, I don't even know what you're talking about, right? You know what I mean? But having the video in your business is like the essential thing. So we're gonna set up some SOPs. Okay. Y'all ready to do that?
Y'all got a task in mind?
Give me a task. Just give me something simple that you do.
Customer service.
Consultation, yeah.
So
Consult.
tell me about your consults.
So my consults, the way they initiate, they book a service and then we go through the consultation they complete an assessment so that when they're on the phone and have the consultation is directly to to what they need, and we get all of the fluff out the way. We can just dive right in, make the most of the time, and then from there I'll start on. So like I help create basic websites for them,
Okay.
and set that all up.
Okay.
So it's like from that step one.
So how do they fill out something, or they fill like a form, like a Google form?
And then they'll get an email with the
A link.
to the assessment.
So can you pull up an assessment without, you don't have to share their information. I just want to know. I just want to see what it looks like. So something similar that happens in my business while she's pulling that up is that we have people do that initial assessment. If they're thinking about, okay, perfect, I got you. So if they're thinking about investing in real estate, what do I need to know? I need to know how much money you got. You know what I mean? What your credit is. But I ask really key questions. So why, like, what are your reservations? What are your main focuses? Because when we're getting on that consultation call or even that coaching call, we don't want to waste time with like, yeah, the weather is great. Like, we're busy, right? We don't want to do that. And while I love doing that, I like to have events for that, right? So like tomorrow I'm having an event and I'm going to be able to love on people. But when we on the phone and we on those Zoom sessions, it's business.